want to get your take on Facebook, Congressman, because Mark Zuckerberg obviously set to testify before the House Energy and Commerce Committee next Wednesday, as the company is now saying that the data of 87 million users was shared with Cambridge Analytica. Should the company be regulated?
The first step is for Facebook, as Mark Zuckerberg comes in next week, is for Facebook to talk about what they are going to do to regulate themselves, for them to talk about exactly what took place and answer members' questions. Both Republicans and Democrats are going to be asking questions where we are going to learn more about not just this data breach, but also the policies of Facebook. Additional regulation is something that I would expect to happen. However, for a company like Facebook, additional regulation ends up becoming a moat for between them and the competition. I remember J.P. Morgan Chase referring to Dodd-Frank as a moat between themselves and the competition. So what we don't want to do is trying to figure out how to regulate a really large company like Facebook that can afford it, that goes overbroad and ends up resulting in less innovation and competition, and the next Facebook, the next great idea, is never even able to grow, because in order to actually get into the industry, they're going to have a whole compliance department before they make their first, a huge compliance department.
Is it more problematic, sir, is it more problematic to see the data misused, or the fact that some of these technology companies control what we see? Should the regulation be around ensuring that people are seeing everything and not just what is chosen by technology companies for us to see?
I think it's very important for consumers to be able to know exactly what of their personal information is going to get shared. There needs to be more transparency. To expect a news user of a particular social media service to read through a very long legalese document that really, even after you read it, you still don't know everything of your data that's being shared. That's something that you need to make more progress. That needs to become easier. Now,
so that's more onerous.
We're talking about Facebook here. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to switch topics on you.
While we're talking about Facebook, okay.
No, please go ahead. Finish your thoughts, sir.
While we're talking about Facebook, which is, this is something that's very important for us to flush out. Right now on the internet, with our smartphones, with the multiple ways that we're able to track people's locations through certain apps that have been downloaded, the cookies that get set onto our computers when we go from one website to the next, it should really be no surprise that our data, this isn't just an issue with Facebook. It's all over the internet, and it's all over our smartphones.
This stock continues to move higher this morning. It's up 3 2/3%, pointing out for our audience. Devin Nunes, chairman of the House Intel Committee, threatening to take legal action now, Congressman, against the Department of Justice and the FBI for what he says is a failure to turn over documents related to the investigation into the Trump campaign. Congressman, would you support Nunes' subpoena for these documents?
I totally support Chairman Nunes. He's been leading the charge on this effort. It's very important that while you have a special counsel that exists, investigating the president and his family for winning an election without any evidence they committed any crime to win an election, at the same time, we have all of this actual evidence of misconduct at the highest levels of the DOJ and FBI with regards to FISA abuse, how and why the Clinton probe ended, how and why the Trump-Russia probe began. So Chairman Nunes is trying to get information from the DOJ and the FBI with regards to the how and why the Trump-Russia probe began, and he's getting stonewalled. And Chairman Nunes is someone who, he takes his job very seriously. That information gets provided. He knows how to keep what needs to be confidential, but there needs to be more cooperation between us and the Justice Department.
Congressman, thank you. Thanks so much. Lee Zeldin, good to see you, sir. We will see you soon.